Hello and welcome to Melvin. We are a strange and unexplained podcast. Today our host is going to be Tori. My name is Nicole. I have no idea what Tori is talking about today, so we're all going to be in for a surprise. You probably know more than I do because you know whatever the video title is.
Yeah.
Video and
That's
or
true.
audio.
Video or audio, whatever. Title.
The title. It's fine.
It is fine. So I was looking up conspiracy theories because what are the conspiracy theories out there? And one really piqued my interest, and I was very weirded out from it. But birds aren't real.
They're not?
They're not real. No.
Oh.
Or at least in the United States, they're not real.
So the birds that supposedly come from other continents think our birds are very strange then, if our birds aren't real.
Yeah, no, our birds are robots that have been replaced by the government.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That could be where a lot of our military spending is going, because I don't know what else it could be spent on, because we spend a lot on it.
Spend a lot on
They're
it.
like, our budget is blah, blah, billion. I'm like, how many secret airplanes have y'all made?
Millions, because they're surveillance drones.
Oh,
It's
I
birds.
see.
Yeah, so
That's high tech, because even the drones that were at the Super Bowl were like really weird looking.
and you may be thinking, well, they die, right? And it's like, well, you think they just need their batteries recharged. It's fine.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That would make sense for the birds I found in my garage that ran into my mirror.
And chickens, they still lay eggs. Well, they had to make it believable. Okay, so the really high tech stuff, robotics, and you're still able to have eggs.
Are the
Yeah.
eggs like nano robots?
Just a second, I have that question right here.
Oh, wow.
What are eggs, you say? The eggs we see in the 21st century are specifically designed by the government to appear indigestible from what eggs once were.
Huh.
I don't know. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That's what it's saying. They're replaced by the robotic replicas. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they do. So these birds, these drones can do everything that a regular bird can do. All right.
So they can
They're just
attack.
drones.
They can attack themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. But this website, it clearly is a joke. I mean, true. Here, it is absolutely a joke. But the fact that so much went into this, there's a full website.
Yeah,
Birds aren't real.
She has her laptop. If you're like listening to us, this is how she's getting the answer. She has a laptop with her, and right now I'm looking at it, and it has a page that's just FAQs.
Yep.
And she's scrolling, and it literally had "What are eggs?" on the list of questions.
Yep. So it's just like, you got another question as to how this is possible? Well, let me tell you, what is bird poop, right? You got that all over.
Ooh.
Really. It was originally thought to be oil discharge from earlier bird drone models.
That's a weird color of oil. It's very pigmented.
It's like it's just got to get all that gunk out of there,
Huh.
But they have that answer. How do you explain bird meat? All meat found in birds today is 100% synthetic.
Huh. 100% synthetic meat. I mean, they do have Beyond Burgers now at a lot of the restaurants.
It's not.
So that's not the most far-fetched thing that I've heard.
No, it really isn't. Like, it's got so much. It has videos. Okay, you wanna see here?
Sure.
There are. Okay, that's the history. That one's fun. I was reading it, and it makes me laugh so much. I'll read off some quotes. But see, look right here. I'll see if I can put it up on the soon. But they got a video supposedly of 1987.
Oh my gosh.
An ex-CIA agent
It's just a pic. I'm not seeing the video itself, but I'm seeing like the thumbnails, where it just like kind of tells you what the video is going to be. And right now it's just a picture of an old man being interviewed.
Yeah.
It looks like
it looks like a construction yard in the background. I don't know.
Yeah, but it literally looks like an old man being interviewed. That's like CIA agent confirming that birds aren't real.
But what makes this so incredibly strange, like this is definitely more of what Nicole would talk about.
It's okay. I'm not offended.
Is like this, like I think it started 2017 is when it actually started.
I'm guessing it started as a meme.
Well, it started as kind of like a movement to not believe everything that you hear, kind of deal.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like to really put out that there are people that are sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to be careful what the media tells you, and even websites, because you can fake all of this. And he makes it as real as possible, but also puts in all of these things, like these little Easter eggs, to clearly say, this is not serious.
Mm-hmm.
But he started it off. He had billboards, there's merchandise, he had interviews with news networks in which he would stay in character. What was his name again? I wrote it down, but I could probably find it.
What is this website called?
Birds Aren't Real.
Oh, wow. You know, I guess I should have seen that coming, but I guess I wanted to confirm just in case it had like a different name. But no, it's just
birdsaren'treal.com. You want to check it out? Go check it out.
I love that.
Pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Peter is his name. His last name, oh dear. McIndo? McIndoe? MCINDOE.
Yeah, I think that's how it's said.
McIndo. We're just going to call him Peter. Anyway, but Peter, he's funny dude, because he has a history page too. Like in the about the history, it would take you about probably, depending on how fast of a reader you are, 15 to 30 minutes to read this whole thing. It explains why, how, and like what's happening. How it all started. And I'm gonna pull up some of the things that I saved that I thought was just so funny as to how he wrote this. So one of the things he writes is, when asked to write the unabridged history of this organization, I was taken back. I knew that I had reached many thousands in my quest to spread the truth, but I was bewildered and frustrated with myself when I realized that I had not yet done an acute job of giving details. But I knew that I had to write something that was concise, accurate, and free of any fault or error. So clearly he like emphasizes, and he's like, this is my work.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm making this. I put so much work into it that
he's making fun of the media.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying like concise, accurate, free of any error. Humans are error. Like we make errors. As proof of what she talked about in one of our previous one of the mad cow disease.
Oh, like, yep.
That's proof. Humans make mistakes.
We make mistakes
frequently.
And we're prideful, so we're going to purposefully sometimes leave out things because we're biased.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just how it is.
Oh my gosh, this is giving me Stranger Things vibes from, the, what's his name, Murray? The like conspiracy theorist guy that like has his own bunker. And like Jonathan and Nancy bring him like this conspiracy, and he's like, no, this is telling too much of the truth. We need to make it believable, so we're gonna downsize it a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh.
It's like, see, the birds aren't real movement. It's so big that we can't seem to comprehend it. So, oh my gosh, that's probably why we're not being taken seriously.
Right, it's like we need to tune down a little bit. Oh, it was so funny how this all goes. But it was during JFK, so Kennedy, and one of the things of like why you replaced the birds. So one of the things he has is that it was a disease that was supposed to affect just the pigeons. Okay, because there's an actual conspiracy theory that pigeons are like government trained and have like cameras in their eye kind of thing.
I will say
Like that's an actual thing.
Yeah, I will say every pigeon that I've seen, because I like going to the Dallas Art Museum because we're from the DFW area. Every time I go to the Dallas Art Museum, there's always at least like 4 super fat pigeons that you can literally like, I've never kicked one, but I'm pretty sure you could kick it and it would just look at you like, oh, I'm sorry. And then just hobble away. Like,
Yeah.
pigeons
Honestly,
do not care.
Pigeons are just they're like the raccoons of the birds, but just dumb. Because raccoons are vicious.
Oh
But pigeons are just kind of whatever. But at the same time, I don't think you want to really piss off too many pigeons because then, you know, they come in herds.
That is true.
They got flocks. So, like, I don't know. Death by pigeon. That would be terrifying.
It's kind of like from Home Alone when the bird lady was just like, bird seed on the bad guys. And they're all like, ah. Well, technically it was Home Alone 2. But
get it right.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I don't watch Home Alone. I'm going to get attacked. It's fine.
It's okay.
I've seen it once.
It's okay. Here, I'll get attacked for a movie that I don't like. I don't like the movie Elf. Roast me in the comments.
It's okay. It's fine.
I've had so many people so flabbergasted by that. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't find it funny.
Like Elf. Oh my gosh. But here's one reason why of how it started kind of thing. Mm-hmm. This is something else that he wrote down. Kennedy believed that Cleaver was stealing his ham sandwich. So Cleaver is a former like CIA agent. Uh-huh. He's an actual guy. And they're saying that he's the one that did this whole bird swap thing.
Oh.
I don't know why. I looked him up. He would have been in his 70s during this time or something. I don't know. But anyway, so believed that Cleaver was stealing his ham sandwich from the White House kitchen. First off, how do you know that this is what Kennedy is thinking?
Yeah. I love that it specifies ham.
Yes.
It's like it wasn't
ham
turkey.
Sandwich.
It wasn't, PB&J. It was a ham.
It was a ham sandwich. And he vowed to catch him speaking about it over the phone. So this is why he tapped into the phone lines and started recording messages. Okay. Because he wanted proof that his ham sandwiches were being stolen. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but instead, he heard a highly sensitive conversation. So that Cleaver was having with Dulles. Oh, or was it Dulles that's the CIA agent? I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
It's not a real conspiracy theory.
Not a real
okay.
Conspiracy. If someone you really want to look into it, go to the birdsaren'treal.com website.
Yes, absolutely.
Read it. It's funny. It's like, yeah, Alan, I've stolen John's sandwich again. Haha. He doesn't even know. I'm going to keep stealing it until he launches a full investigation. Then I'm going to plant a hidden camera and catch his reaction as I dump all of the stolen sandwiches on his desk at one time. I'm going to call the new show You've Been Cleavered.
Oh my gosh.
Like, come on.
So also in this theory, that means that he's been hoarding rotten ham sandwiches for weeks just to jump them on Kennedy's desk.
After he's done a full investigation of his stolen ham sandwiches.
You just walk into your office and down from the ceiling comes rotten, moldy sandwiches. That sounds like something out of like a B horror movie.
Oh, it does. Another thing, we do not blame you for your sins of your superiors. That's what he's saying to Kennedy. While you did kill billions of helpless birds, you did not know what you were doing.
Oh my gosh.
So the whole thing is that it was supposed to aim towards the pigeons and only the pigeons, this disease, right? So that they could replace them with the drones. But they couldn't have control over it. So it wound up spreading to all birds. And so they had to replace all the birds. You have a pet bird, you're being spotted on by the government.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have baby chickens at my house right now. We're being spied on by the baby chickens.
Those tiny little chickens.
No.
Does it have anything saying, why do I see birds grow?
That is a good question because the baby chicks at the house that I'm at right now, they're growing pretty fast. Their little wings are so cute because they're like trying to flap them and it's doing nothing but like stirring up all the sawdust and stuff on the ground.
Stirring up all this. They're so cute.
They are. Tori got to hold one.
I did. I get to hold on to the little baby bird. So cute.
You go to grab them and they just like, oh, this again.
No, it doesn't say anything about birds growing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Send them an email, be like, hey, you need to add more details about this specific question.
I need to know, why do birds grow? Like, well, clearly, I mean, they're a different type of robot. They're an AI.
Oh, that's true.
Right? Like,
See,
artificial intelligence.
See, I have an alternate theory that I think maybe squirrels also aren't real, but that's because, it's because, have you ever seen a squirrel act normally or act like they understand how to be a squirrel?
Yes. Yeah. No. Those squirrels.
And they always are looking
sporadic.
around and suspicious, like they did something bad. Like you try to see one on a tree, they don't just chill on the tree. They run away from you. They'll go around the tree if you try to go around the tree.
That's so true. They don't even just climb up. Very few of them climb up. They like they play with you. Okay, they're
do.
smart. My dog, right in the backyard, there's a squirrel that goes back and forth on the fence and also hops onto our trees because it's close enough to the fence, or at least the branches are. And so my dog running up and down the fence, barking at the squirrel, and then my dog gets distracted by a bird because she'd rather chase down a bird than the squirrel. And so she loses the squirrel and she thinks it's over somewhere else, but it's not. And then the squirrel's like watching my dog on the fence and makes a noise. Doesn't have to, doesn't need to, sees my dog is staring somewhere else and then makes a noise. And then my dog like goes right back to it and then it starts chasing it up and down the fence. I'm like,
oh
this
my gosh.
squirrel is playing with my dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's a dangerous game to be playing, sir.
Because I know I've seen so many squirrels just like run out in front of my car when I'm driving somewhere. They don't need to. There's like no one else on the road, but then they wait and they're like, oh, a car's coming. I should cross the road right now and give them a heart attack.
Or possibly die. Which is all, what is it like? I think I had made that one because of this. I read like the theory that, oh yeah, they're definitely replaced by like some type of parasite, almost like The Last of Us, a fungus or whatever. And they know this, so they're needing to commit suicide.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why they run in front of your cars, so that they're no longer being controlled. I'm like, so dumb.
Oh
but
my
they
gosh.
they do the little thing too, like, oh no, which side?
Yeah, they do.
I'm
and
like,
it's
pick a
always
side.
like right in front of my car. I'm like, why? Why would you choose now? Of all times that you can go, you're like, the car is like 30 feet away and going like 30 miles per hour. Here I go. I'm going for it.
For such smart, seemingly smart creatures, they have very small brain.
Oh yeah.
Very small brain.
The smallest of brain.
Oh, there's a question of, is this only in the U.S.?
Oh.
Or did other governments do this? Unfortunately, the bird drone problem exists in other countries as well.
Oh.
Man. But some of them are more open. The Chinese government has openly admitted to surveillance drones disguised as birds. You can look that up. It says that. That's what it says right there.
Ah.
Russia and other countries have openly admitted to testing this as well. The only difference with the U.S. is that the government isn't as open or honest about it.
I see.
Yeah.
Which is also funny because they literally had someone shoot down like a Chinese drone just like a week ago in our time.
They don't want to give away their secrets.
Yeah, I know nothing else about it.
nothing.
My dad sent me a meme about it and then I was like, what? And so I looked it up. I was like, wow. Huh. That's weird.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that makes that a little more believable, being that literally happened like a week ago.
Well, birds aren't real, man.
Birds are not real.
Oh, this is my favorite so far of this whole paragraph is, please buckle up for this next part. I don't mean an American Car Mart used 1998 Honda Civic seatbelt. I mean a fighter jet ejection seat harness.
Oh, dang.
Like, buckle up. It's gonna
So
be rough.
specific.
So specific. There's no reason to be that detailed in your sarcasm for a paper that you're trying to say is real.
Yeah. I like that you can tell they were having fun though.
Absolutely.
Making this, which is, if you're going to do something like satirical, that's how you got to do it, is have as much fun as you can with it.
It's like you're still trying to make it as believable as possible, but at the same time, no. It doesn't exist. Because there's just many things in here that has it to where it's way too specific of an event that doesn't have any proof or recording or video over it. But yeah, no, he stays in character for the most part in most of his interviews, but somewhere along the line he did say, it's like, no, this is just to tell you, don't believe everything you hear. This is ultimately what he was doing. And I think it's so funny. I think it's great.
That is great.
I want a shirt now.
You want to get a Birds Aren't Real shirt?
He had a whole protest too. I forgot about that. Like, they had actual groups come together and protest for Birds Aren't Real. Like, they made it as real as possible.
This gives me like the Earth is flat vibes, except for like the Earth is flat it was a real theory that then turned into like a joke. So now it's hard to figure out if someone actually believes it or not.
That's so true. Because sometimes it's like, okay, are you being for real right now? Or are you giving me actual...
It's like, are you just saying it because you saw a meme on Twitter or something and you thought it was funny and now you're like, yeah, the Earth's flat.
Yeah.
Earth's flat.
I'm like, I'm all up for talking about whether or not the Earth is flat, but I need you to be serious about it. Okay? No joking.
No joking with me.
Joking with me.
I bet one of these videos is where that quote comes from. The birds work for the bourgeoisie. Probably. Because that was such a popular, right whenever Musical.ly turned into TikTok. That was one of the most popular audios right when TikTok was started, was the birds work for the bourgeoisie.
The bourgeoisie. Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real.
No. Mm-mm. No.
If you'd like to discuss how birds aren't real with us, please leave a comment. Please also give us a like and subscribe and follow, or whatever different things you can do based on whatever platform that you're listening and or watching us on. If you want to hear more about conspiracy theories, if there's specific ones that you want her to delve into, please let us know, because we will definitely look it up. We are people that like just Googling random things. That's how we find a lot of our weird information. Yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know that we had fun just talking about how birds and squirrels possibly aren't real.
They're not
and
real.
We hope that we catch you next time. See you later.
Bye.